Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. My Argentinian friends, or Argentines, I said it and I will say it again. You will have a big fucked up revolution in the near future. I said that will happen since Milei was elected and promoted by the outside forces that will subjugate your country, will enslave your country. Most of you will be enslaved. Some of you will be doing very well. Since that happened and I saw who Milei's handlers are, as a hint, his first trip before he was inaugurated, he went to his masters to make sure that he signs the details. He's the pimp Milei because he's going to get you and your country be by those guys. Okay, now he says he's gonna apply some shock therapies. You're gonna be shocked. He's not gonna be shocked. You're gonna be shocked. Since December until now, I think your or the Australian, sorry, maybe you will understand. Cheers, my own wine. I make my own wine. From the grapes, I planted them, I picked them, I crushed them, I squeezed them, I suck them, all that. Okay, so since Milei got in power, I said, you are going to have a revolution within a year. Well, it seems like these guys are even faster than I thought. But I gave within a year, so you can't be a weasel and say, oh, actually I didn't say that. Yes, I did say that. So let me show you. Here you have, you're going to have a revolution in Argentina, but Milei is ready. He got his repressive forces ready for you. So go ahead. Here, I started, there are just 17 videos I made on Milei, all right? And from I think the first or second video that I made, I said, this guy is going to be overthrown or he's going to impose a libertarian, quote unquote, how do you call it? Democracy. So here, this is right here where I said, I told you, right here. The revolution against Milei started in Argentina, general strike. That was in January 22nd. But before that, there were many others where I said, Milei will be either overthrown or he's going to become a dictator under the libertarian banner. Because right now you can identify as whatever you want, even if you're not that. So let me show you the article that I have here today to support my claims. Sputnik, Argentina's provinces threaten Milei with rebellion amid neoliberal austerity drive. I told you what these austerity measures are many times because I come from a country, Romania, that had austerity measure imposed by International Monetary Fund and the World Bank and the guys who took over Romania, basically. The same they will do with you. You will eat better, but you don't know what you're going to eat. Something that looks like food, smells like food, tastes like food, kind of, but it's not food. We are doing this right now with this, we eat better. We get fat and you say, when the fuck did I get fat? Well, what did you eat? Oh, I eat that. We used to eat the same thing before, for instance, in the 70s, and you're not inflate like fucking whales. Right now, oy vey. So, I told you about the Romanian austerity measures with a little light at the end of the tunnel, garbage. I lived through that. Anyway, so he's going to austerity. Austerity for you, the poverty rose from 48, I think, to 57 or 53 under the austerity measures. So let's read this article. Here's if I have a problem, how should I put it when I have so much to say? I have a problem who don't feel that they are enough with what they got. Like, hey, I'm a man. I'm not afraid of that. I mean, I'm a man. I'm a human being. I'm this, I'm white, whatever I am. I have my height, I have my weight, I have my length, I have these things. I'm not going to pretend. Oh, you know what? I don't want to be a man anymore. I want to run and say, I feel like this. And then after that, it tells me something, a psychological weakness. I'm going to pretend I'm something else and I'm not, and then come back or go move to the next one. Why don't you try to make the best out of what you are? That's what I'm saying. So Milei says as he tries to be Jewish. You will never be Jewish. Why? You came from that, and from that, it's all gone. Let's move on. He's a guy who hides or pretends to be something that he's not. From the very beginning, that's bad. Ask with any kind of, how should I put, decent, normal, I don't want to say counselor. Counselors are, most of them are mental tampon for your pussy. That's all they are. They want to hear what you say. No, I'm not psychologists, the good ones, okay? Psychiatrists, not really, because once they prescribe medication, not good. Solve it with behavior, changing behavior, understanding behavior, mentality, the psyche of the person, and then try to make that person change the pattern. If they can't, that means you have a mental problem. And when we have a mental problem, then we can't do anything with changing your behavior. Then we're going to get your fucking funnel, put your fucking pills over here, and there you go. A new something. Tensions between federal authorities and Argentina's governors have grown steadily since President Javier Milei's inauguration in December, with the libertarian, I don't dislike when they say this, it's so misleading. Politicians move to cut federal allocations for transport and education, ramping up pressure between Buenos Aires and the regions. Don't get me wrong, garbage should be eliminated, but part of the government should be eliminated. We don't need it. There's many departments over there that should not exist. All right. So again, if he's doing this, I agree with many measures that he takes. But I think he's just because the way he thinks that he's this, that he's not, he's never going to be. That's one. The other one, he's masters that it goes in, and then the lithium of your country, the mines, that tells me he's not. Or maybe he's so smart that he tries to balance, give and take. Well, we're going to get this guy's rape us a few times, but in the meantime, we're going to charge him some dollars. But I don't think Argentina deserves that. I think Argentina is strong enough to do it on its own, as Brazil is. Why? Brazil, Lula, as communist as he is not bending his knee towards Al Capone or anybody else. Now, Chubut province governor Ignacio Nacho, give me some Nacho Libre. Funny fucking movie. Torres has vowed not to back down from his threat to halt oil and gas deliveries to the rest of Argentina if his energy-rich region doesn't start getting its rightfully owned tax revenues. So Mr. Milei is a thief? Wouldn't surprise me. Move on. The provinces are an integral part of the nation and deserve respect. No one can subjugate or blackmail them with a reduction in the allocation of public funds which rightfully belong to them. Torres wrote in a social media post Friday. Torres accused Buenos Aires of illegally withholding some 13.5 billion pesos worth in tax revenues, or over a third of Chubut. I'm pretty sure it's not how you pronounce it, but hey, I can do it. Can you tell? Yeah, okay. Chubut's tax revenue. If they do not comply with the Constitution and do not transfer the funds to the residents of Chubut, then Chubut will not supply its oil and gas, the government promises. Well, it says like in the Constitutions, my friends, so what are they going to do about it? Well, let's move on. Center-right. Mr. President, I'm not afraid of you, Torres responded, giving Milei until Wednesday I give you a deadline. All right, to release the funds and reiterating that, and I'm quoting, not one more barrel of oil will leave Chubut. You know what's going to happen? Milei is going to send the fucking military on you, Chubut. You'll see. That's going to be the mentality. And it's going to be backed up by CIA. I'm just kidding. And I'm quoting, we are not going to give in to their insults, threats, and or pressure, Torres added, stressing he would not allow Buenos Aires to trample our own heads. Nachito, Nachito, Emily, don't create drama. We are going to resolve things in court, Milei said in a social media post. Oh my God, Nachito, like a child. Governors from across the country of all political stripes have lined up in solidarity with Torres. The governors of Together for Change expressed their full support for the government of Chubut, Ignacio Torres. In this difficult moment, the national government must comply with the Constitution. Al Capone will decide what you're gonna do and what you're not gonna do, and urgently send the shared resources that belong to the province. Not complying with the law and the agreements between the center, Buenos Aires, and the provinces does not affect governors, but the 50 million Argentinians who live in the 24 jurisdictions of the country, the liberal center-right political pop. Okay, whatever. Whatever you say, my friends, here it is. Hey, your hands, it looks good. You're like Caesar with the little scepter over there. Jesus Christ. But anyway, right here. The reforms designed to address Argentina's years-long struggle with economic malaise, whatever, have resulted in a sharp uptick in poverty levels, with a recently published study estimating that 57% of Argentinians, or over 26 million people, are now living in poverty, up from 49% in December, a level unseen in 2 decades. Decades. Now, Milei is going to come and say, hey, you want to eat a good omelet? And everybody's going to see, it's going to be like, si, senor Milei, yes, okay, we have to break some eggs then. And the eggs are your eggs that we're going to break. That's what's going to happen. Jesus Christ. Cheers. All right, my friends. Clear, the revolution has started. La revolution! Che Guevara is by CIA. The other guy is still in power somewhere in spirit in Cuba. We'll see, my friends. I suspect things are going to get nasty in Argentina. And I guarantee you, it depends on the military. If Argentina's military, that's the deciding factor. If they stick with Milei, which means they're going to be paid by Al Capone, bribed. If they stick with Milei, then the revolution is going to fail and you're going to have a dictatorship. And probably the military will turn around and fuck Milei up. But the guys in Washington, D.C. might show up and I'm going to offer you a deal that you cannot refuse. All right, my friends? These guys work in a political bazaar. I give you my mom, you give me your sister, and so on. Even worse than that. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I hope Argentina is going to prosper. It's going to be fantastic. But the way I see it, who is behind Milei is no good news for you guys. I hope it is, but they have a mountain of skeletons there. And you can find them. You just click, and you find them. It's not that it's hidden. I'm talking about the Milei's friends. Go and check it out. Go and watch my videos when I said when he goes over there and he pays tribute and he goes and visits his masters. Who are his masters? They're lined up over there. You can find them. Well, good luck to you. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Maybe not good luck. Courage and diligence, patience, moderate. Yeah, something like this.